Cleveland, Ohio. The year is 1934. The Great Depression has left the city gasping for breath, streets filled with the hungry, the desperate, the forgotten. But among the hopeless, something darker lurks. A predator, unseen, unrelenting, is hunting in the shadows. The newspapers will call him the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run. But in truth, no one knows his name, only his work. Bodies, dismembered, mutilated, decapitated, begin to appear in the city's forgotten corners. 2 here, 3 there, all butchered with cold precision. The first known victim was found in September 1934. A man cut cleanly in half, his head missing. Detectives at first thought it was a one-off horror. They were wrong. Between 1934 and 1938, at least 12 victims met the same fate. Men and women, the poor, the homeless, the forgotten. Their killer didn't discriminate. Bodies were found in the Kingsbury Run Valley, a shantytown filled with makeshift homes and railway tracks. Each time, the head was missing, as if the killer wanted his victims to remain nameless forever. The cuts were surgical, precise. Whoever he was, he knew the human body, perhaps a doctor or a butcher. The press went wild. Fear gripped the city. People stopped walking alone. Parents locked their doors at dusk. Cleveland was now the hunting ground of a phantom. Police Chief Eliot Ness, the same man who helped bring down Al Capone, took charge of the case. He launched one of the largest manhunts in American history. Detectives questioned thousands, but the killer always stayed a step ahead. Then came the unthinkable. Ness, desperate for answers, ordered the shantytown burned to the ground. He hoped to flush the killer out, but all he found was silence. No killer, no answers, only ashes. Years later, whispers began to spread. Eliot Ness may have known who the killer was. A man named Francis Sweeney, a war veteran, a surgeon, a man with a crumbling mind. Ness had him interrogated. He failed the lie detector test, twice, but without solid evidence, there could be no arrest. Sweeney checked himself into a mental institution soon after, and then the murder stopped. Was it coincidence or confession through silence? No one can say, but Ness carried the weight of that mystery until his death. The butcher of Kingsbury Run was never caught, and Cleveland never truly healed. It's now 1982, different city, different time, but the fear feels eerily familiar. This time, it isn't a knife in the dark, it's a pill in your home. The name is trusted, familiar. Tylenol. On the morning of September 29th, 1982, 12-year-old Mary Kellerman of Illinois wakes up with a sore throat. Her parents give her 1 capsule of Extra-Strength Tylenol. Moments later, she collapses and dies. That same day, 27-year-old Adam Janus dies suddenly after taking Tylenol. Later that evening, his brother and sister-in-law, grieving his death, take Tylenol from the same bottle. Within hours, they too are gone. Panic spreads through Chicago. Doctors, police, no one can explain it. Then, the horrifying truth emerges. The capsules were laced with potassium cyanide. Each one contained enough poison to kill instantly. 7 people died in total. 7 lives taken, not by mistake, but by design. The deaths seemed random, unconnected, and cruelly efficient. Someone had opened bottles of Tylenol, replaced the pills with poison, and placed them back on store shelves. The killer didn't need to chase victims. He just had to wait. Within days, America was gripped by terror. People threw out every bottle of Tylenol in their homes. Hospitals banned its use. Pharmacies shut their doors. Airports checked luggage for medicine bottles. For the first time, the nation realized something as ordinary as a painkiller could be turned into a weapon. Johnson & Johnson, the company behind Tylenol, did the unthinkable. They recalled 31 million bottles nationwide, a move that cost them over $100 million. But it saved the brand and restored a small measure of trust. They introduced tamper-proof packaging, foil seals, safety caps, and warning labels, the kind we still see today. That tragedy reshaped the way America buys medicine forever. The FBI launched one of the biggest manhunts in U.S. history. They followed hundreds of leads, tested thousands of bottles. They questioned everyone, from store clerks to corporate executives. One man, James William Lewis, was arrested for attempting to extort Johnson & Johnson, claiming he'd stopped the killings for $1 million. But even he wasn't proven to be the killer. 40 years later, the case remains open. No fingerprints, no camera footage, no name. Just like Cleveland's butcher, a ghost who struck, vanished, and left the world forever changed. Two killers, two cities, two eras, and one truth: evil evolves, but never disappears. The butcher taught us to fear the shadows. The Tylenol killer taught us to fear what we trust most. Both crimes changed history, one reshaping forensics, the other redefining product safety, and both left behind the same wound: uncertainty. What drives a person to kill strangers for no reason? Is it power, hatred, madness, or is it something deeper? The cold satisfaction of control. The victims of Cleveland and Chicago never knew each other, but their stories are bound by tragedy, by unanswered questions, by the haunting silence of the unsolved. From the fog of Kingsbury Run to the shelves of every American home, these mysteries remain part of who we are. We may never find the names behind the horror, but as long as their stories are told, the victims are never truly gone. The Cleveland Torso Murders, case unsolved. The Tylenol Murders, case unsolved. Dedicated to all victims of unsolved crimes.